and then I'll intro and get going because I see it's 8. We are excited.
Trying to find you guys on here.
Are we good? Where are we? Oh,
there you are.
I'm like, where are we? Where am I on this screen? You good?
Ta-da! We're live.
I couldn't find you either.
All right. Can you see it? We'll bring you on so you're like the main screen. But I always like to see the person who's talking. It's so funny. I'm like, where are they? So I totally get that. Okay, guys, it is 8 o'clock Monday night, our Monday night Zoom. I am super excited. I am Stephanie Dunn. This is my husband, Joel, my sidekick. He's always with me. I love it. He's my biggest cheerleader. And for those of you that don't know who he is your biggest cheerleader too. He wants you all to win, have more victories this year. We both do than ever before. So this Zoom is going to be awesome. You guys, I got a little chance to see Tracy come to what I think would have been her kind of first like VIP top leader get together toast at conference. And I heard her number. I can't remember what her number was and where she's gone throughout 2019, but her story needs to be shared because it's powerful. It's awesome. I love everything about her age, her hustle, her hard work, her showing up, and that it shows anybody can do this, not just the same people over and over. And so I saw her eyes so big at the cocktail party. And Tracy, I don't want to say too much more, but I want you to come in. Joel has something.
I was just gonna say, congratulations on crushing it. I was so excited when you were there. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. So we love that. We just love seeing new faces rise up and share. And we know that there's plenty of room to grow in this business. And so she's going to be sharing a little bit about that. But Tracy, give us a little bit about your story, how long you've been in, and that number, what number you went from 2019, the beginning of the year to where you were on stage. Oh, she's freezing.
Well, that's so funny because when I was at that VIP thing on Wednesday, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I lost you for a second. When I was there, my main thing, this wasn't my original main thing, but my main thing the past 6 months was for Mark Pentecost to know my name. So let me see here. It keeps cutting me out. I can't hear you guys, but I can see you talking.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Kind of. Wonder if we're going to do what we did with Rachel and get her on the phone. Still can't hear her. Oh, where's your phone number? Tracy, this is an option that we're going to do. We've done it before because of internet connection.
Yes.
But I'm going to have you call, because my phone's off. It's charging or it's doing something. I'm going to have you call text Joel right now. I'm going to give you his number and then we'll put you on. Oh, she's going to send it to you. Hold on. Where are you going with it?
Facebook.
Oh, he's going to give it to you in Facebook. It's probably so not everybody on here has his phone number, okay. I'm sure. But we had to do this a couple of weeks ago, and it's like outside the box thinking, like, we'll just put you on speakerphone. People can hear you. It'll work out.
Okay.
Okay. Phone number is sent.
So just call it?
Yeah. Yep. Just call it.
Now, do you want me to just call him?
Well, you're doing good right now. Let's try this. If it cuts out, I'll have you call him and we'll put you on speaker. So, okay. So you wanted Mark to know who you were.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted him to know my name. So at Wednesday at the thing, he came in and I was standing there and I seen him and I looked over and he pointed. Is it not working again?
We can hear you. You're just frozen, but we can hear you.
Okay.
I'm going to turn off.
Okay. So
screen.
he looked over and he walked over and he said, hi. And are you there?
Would you feel just more comfortable calling Joel's phone? We'll do that. It works. Is it working?
How about talking now? Can you hear me?
We'll do that.
I've got you. You're good.
Okay, try now.
I can
you
hear
just
you
took your
now.
screen off. Okay.
Yep. So I turned off your screen so you'll actually have better bandwidth so you can talk on your phone so we can hear you.
Oh, okay. So we're good to go then?
Yep.
You're going to regret giving me your phone number. I'll tell you that. But so real quick, so now I wasted time with trying to connect with you guys here. But Mark, I asked Mark, I said, all I wanted you to know was my name. And he said, I know your name, Tracy. And he said, I said, can you tell me why I'm here? Because I really don't know why I'm here. I really don't know why I am here. And he said, I'm going to say it when I walk up there. There's 3 people I'm going to call out and you're one of them. And I'm like, oh my God. And what it was is, and I didn't even know this till now, well, till that night, he said that I was number 1700 in the company. And within a year, I moved to number 104 and
so
was in the
awesome.
top income earners.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I still get chills when I think about it because I didn't even realize that. So my story began on August 15th of 2018. I have only been in the business, 16 months, if I'm adding it up correctly. And when I started, it's kind of a little different than everybody else's story. I'm a registered nurse. I did travel nursing, very stressed out, always on the road, not having time with my husband. My daughter was pregnant, had a grandbaby coming, and all I could think about was this coffee. And this is probably one of my biggest tips for everybody because the way I found out about this company, I'd never heard about it before, is I had a keto page and a distributor shared a keto video. Just text me if you can't hear me.
No, we're good.
We're good.
Message me. And then, well, she shared Megan Carter. I'm going to call her out because she's a godsend to me. She did a video about the keto coffee and this girl shared it in my keto page. And I messaged the girl. She never messaged me back. This girl never did. I searched for 3 days on Facebook and YouTube to find this girl that made that video. I needed this coffee. And I finally got a hold of her and I ordered a bunch of the coffee. And then she asked me out of the blue, randomly, this is my other tip, don't underestimate, ask everybody because they're going to, she asked me if I would join the business and be a distributor. And I said, what would I get? And she says, well, you're going to get 2 extra bags of coffee. I said, I'm in. I am in. I will sign up for it. I said, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm busy. I don't have time. I'm not on Facebook. I'm an ER nurse, so I don't like people. At the time, I didn't. And I will never sell anything. I will never sell anything. And that was my mindset when I started. I just wanted the coffee. A month in, I lost 16 pounds and the doctors at work were amazed. The keto coffee was working so well and people were asking me. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'll share it. And I am a distributor, I guess, so I'll share it. And I got some people to order. And then it just kind of started to grow from there. I'm like, I'm going to try some other stuff that they got. This is amazing. So I did. And I ended up losing 42 pounds in 3 months. I felt better. I'm 52 years old. And I looked probably 55 2 years ago. And it kind of went from there. So I started paying attention. I messaged Megan and I probably drove her crazy, asking her a million and one questions. I said, I want to take a couple months off of work when my grandbaby is born. And I just want to have some extra cash so I don't have to ask my husband for money. And she's like, well, let's do it. So I started watching training videos. I started really jumping into the business, and I started sharing my story constantly, all the time, because I really did feel good. And the more I shared it, so in December, we had the grandbaby. I went diamond. I'm like, I didn't even know what ruby was. When I went ruby, I was like, what's ruby? And she's like, you're 20 BB from going ruby. I'm like, what is ruby? And so I hit diamond in December. My husband is a distributor under me. He's like promoting directly underneath me the whole way. And in January came and I hit double diamond. It was time for me to pick up a new contract for work. And we got our check. And my husband said, Tracy, the grandbaby's here. You just tripled your nursing income. Retire and do this. You found your calling. This is exactly what you need to do because you love it and you're helping people. And I'm like, you're right, I am. And 3 days before conference, I almost didn't go. 𝓣𝓻𝓪𝓬𝓮𝓂, our upline, and I was supposed to go to that, and I wasn't going to go because I felt too old. I felt like I wouldn't fit in. I was like, I just feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to do that to myself. And 3 days before, my daughter said, go. My husband and daughter said, you need to go. You worked hard, go. And I went, and it was life-changing. And when I left there, I realized I am a part of this company. It is a family. And I went 100% in, and I went triple diamond. I was 19,000 BB away from being presidential by April. Of course, things happen, but that's coming. But I did all that within 8 months, and it was all not, my why didn't really develop until January, my true why. And now it's stronger than ever because now I'll be damned if I go back to work and miss a day of that grandbaby's life. I'm not going nowhere. So that's what I keep pushing for. And we bonus with my husband promoting right behind me. Best decision to sign your husband up. In 8 months, just in bonuses alone was $87,000. We bonus. Wow. That I was like floored. My husband couldn't believe it. He still can't believe it. But so that's a little bit of my story.
I love this, you guys. A nurse that didn't see her family a whole lot, didn't even want to do the business. Like, you know how many people are out there that don't want to do this business, but it's great to get them in as a distributor because what if they take off? We know that the products work. So when they use it, they get results and people are going to ask. So why not become a distributor? I think that's something for me. I'm like, give everybody the opportunity. What do you think, Tracy? I know a little bit of your, how many customers you had, how much BV you've brought in. And I think for a lot of people, they think it's overnight. Now you did it pretty quickly because you made a decision, you used the product, you were a product of the product. But do you go live a lot? What do you think was, looking back, was some of the pieces that really helped you the most early on?
I'll be honest that what helped me the most was being passionate about these products, being a product of the product and knowing what they did for me, seeing what they were doing for my friends, and every customer that I was helping with it. It just made me, when people talk to me, they even tell me now to this day, you're so passionate about it, and they want it. That is the key, is to be a product of the product, be excited and confident because they absolutely work 100%. And you just got to be confident in that and share it every day. I talk about it every day. My coffee, grab the product you're most favorite about. And that's what you talk about every day.
And that's it, being consistent with things. But do you do lives daily or do you just post daily?
Oh, this is going to be funny. And I'll have to be transparent here. I don't do them daily because I don't like to get on there and I have a farm and I don't, look perfect all the time. Not saying you have to be perfect for your lives all the time. I do them when I get something on my heart, and when we got a new product that I'm doing and Joel's inspired me to try and mix up some crazy concoction or whatever, and I want to show it to everybody. I'll do them maybe twice a week. Sometimes I'll do a lot more than that. but I try to go live, even if it's just my cows out there, you know, just to live to boost your algorithm for one. But a lot of times I get on there and I just spill my heart all the time, and you just never know what I'm going to say. So people always watch them because they just don't know what to expect.
You guys, it's just
You
like,
can't.
I think that's the best thing, is just sharing what's on your heart. People want to know, they want to see a little bit of that life. So I love that you show your farm. You guys, she lives on a farm. That's why the connection isn't the best, but she doesn't have excuses, and she's doing this. So, you know, knowing that you did, and I don't want to get the numbers wrong. So you crushed it, like 60 loyals in like 30 days or something, right? Is that right? Did I lose her?
Yes, and that was like last year, January, February, and March. It was high like that. Of course, you know, it'll go up and down, um, you know, through the summer and the fall. But when they came out with that Connect app, and then we had come out with the BFF, and that's when I really used that Connect app and started just playing with it. I tried to watch a training video and I just couldn't follow it, and I just thought, I'm just going to play with this. And then they came out with another video, and it really explained it really well, and I learned a lot about it. And we had the BFF coming out, so I used that to my advantage on messaging every customer that I've ever had, even the ones that were mad or didn't order anymore or canceled their auto ships. I didn't care. I was going to message them about this new product. And that was the first high BV, was 1,500 BV on the BFF in one day, because I sent out 500 and some messages. And then
Wow.
I wanted to beat that. I wanted to beat that number. And you guys are talking about that 3,600 in one day. I just wanted to match that number. And I was talking to Kelsey Thornton the day it was happening. And I said, girl, I hit it. I matched my number. And I think she put it in the lifers. And then by that evening, she called me and she said, holy cow, you went above doubling that number. It was right before Thanksgiving. It was on the Black Friday or whatever it was. And we were driving on the road. I did this while we were driving on the road the whole time because we were traveling. And I just kept messaging and sending it out on the Connect app, and it just blew up. It just blew up.
So those
The
are
Connect app is priceless.
to your current customers that you had, or potentials as well. It was just your current.
That was just my current customers. So the potential customer thing came in after that BFF thing. I'm like, okay, this is really a game changer here. So I started creating a folder for potentials. So when I would be talking to people on Facebook and they showed some kind of interest, I knew that I wanted to follow up with them. I knew I did. They never told me no. So I would put them in this potential folder on my Connect app. So whenever we would have something new come out or something exciting come out, I'm going to message them and just say, hey, you know, I came across your message and I just wanted to check back with you. If you're still looking to lose some weight or get healthier, I'm still here. If you want to find something to fit your budget, we've got some new stuff, and I'll send that out to potentials. Now I send, when we had the Skinny Brew coffee and stuff, I already had a potential tea folder for it, because I knew I had talked to people that wanted tea, not coffee. So I searched in my messenger the word tea, and I found everybody that I ever talked to about tea, and I put them in that folder. And when we came out, I messaged them all. And I think I sent you the scripts on what I send people, like following up with your LCs and messages I would send out.
Yep, we're gonna put those in the chat. Joel's gonna put those up, but I wanted people to hear you had a couple different systems going and you're utilizing what It Works has, guys. So everything that you need, if you feel like you need something, like Tracy said, get on the Connect app and just start playing with it. That's how we learn on anything, is you just got to start using it, putting potentials there, and then following up. That's, I think, the most important thing. We just never know when people are like, oh, I've been waiting for a product like this. Yes, I want to try it. So the scripts, you guys, are nothing crazy. I think this is where we think, oh gosh, she must be saying something so perfect. She's just like everything else. She's just doing the work. And she's passionate about it. I'm guessing that you share sometimes your before and afters, Tracy?
I share them all the time. People probably get sick of them. I had to like renew it and put a different after picture just so they got some different picture to look at, because I share them all the time. I share my husband's all the time. I share everybody's. They probably get mad at me, but they know if they send it to me, it's going to be shared and it's going to get corporate approved, and it's going to be on Facebook. So my daughter's pretty iffy on sending me anything half the time.
I love that. And I think, you know, guys, you hear this all the time. She decided and she challenged herself. And that is just an awesome thing to do. But I think, are you getting them up? Yeah. So Joel's getting those scripts up. And I think, you know, when I'm looking at this, it's a decision that we need to make. Are you going to start that potentials list now? So if you're new, you can do some things. So some things that work really well, and I love this, is a host to post. So Joel's going to put that up there. But, you know, some people think, oh gosh, host to post isn't working, but it is working. So Tracy, tell us a little bit about how you utilize host to post and what you would do if you were new as well for host to post.
Oh my gosh, host to posts are gold. They are gold. And I will be honest, in November and December, they were not as good, but come January, they were back and it was just full force. I mean, my phone, and my husband will verify, for the past 3 days, it's been 24/7. People messaging me at 2 a.m. Somebody's commented on that post. I'm like, dude, I'm sleeping. I'll answer it in the morning. You know, it's no big deal. But I've gotten so many. The more you can get out there, the more people you're getting exposed to, the more people you're adding as friends. Your friend list is growing. Now they're going to start seeing your posts, even if they're not interested right now. With host to post, the way I do it is I do a bunch of interaction with people. I add new people and I interact constantly with them for like Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Major interaction. And then I'll throw up on Wednesday a post saying, some kind of interactive post saying, you know, share your last photo or whatever on your phone as long as it's appropriate, and I'll get you a chance to enter into our giveaway. And it'll blow up because I've done all that interaction. Now you'll get more people to see it. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I am spending nothing but answering host to post. Then Friday, I'm following up with everybody from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Sunday, I'll be like, I've got 5,000 friends and only 200 want this cash. Seriously? And blow it up again. And now, which is what I did yesterday. So again, I was working all night putting more host to posts up. And that's where a lot of these orders, that's really where every order I got in January came from, was host to post.
You guys catch that? She shared a really important tip that I don't know if people realized is interact. I love that she's interacting in the beginning of the week for people to see her posting. So we know that's a big deal. And clearing out your friends list to make room for these new people that you're adding. You know, that's such a big deal. If you're feeling like you're stuck, clean out and start adding new people. That's such a big thing. And I'll ask you this, Tracy, too, while we're talking about the host to post and you're commenting, you're interacting. What are you doing to interact on these people?
What am I sending them? Is that what you just asked? Because you cut out on me.
Yeah. When you're interacting on their posts, what are you posting? Are you commenting like, oh, your shirt's cute, or cute picture? Like, what are you doing to interact?
Okay. Absolutely. That is exactly what I do. I never, ever, ever mention a product to any new person that I add ever. because I think about, if you think about, I don't know, maybe it's my age, but if somebody adds me as a friend and they instantly message me and say hi, I'm like, hi. They're like, how are you? I'm like, okay, what are you selling? I mean, I don't want to come off like that. So when I add people that have the same interests that I do, either cows, grandberries, or grandbabies, keto, or somebody with the same interest is going to be interested in other stuff that I post. So when I get the response, it says so and so accepted your friend request, I immediately go to their wall and I'm going to comment on their cute dog, and I'm going to ask, what breed is that? Or come up with some question. So they're going to have to answer me back. Or that your baby is adorable. Where'd you get those overalls? Something like that. I'm going to find something to comment on that they're going to have to answer back on. And it makes that interaction. So now Facebook knows that, hey, we're talking. I want them to see her posts. And that's what Facebook does. Seriously, Facebook does.
Yep. I love that. I wanted people to hear it from you. I kind of already know, but it's always good to hear from other people that are having success with it and not just the same people all the time. So I love that you're doing that. Do you have a system that you're using to keep track of the newbies? Do you have a potential distributor like list on your Facebook, or no? Are you just interacting with people?
I just interact with people, and if I have somebody interested in the business, they go into my Connect app potential DT folder. I put them there that way, because you never know if Facebook, I think Cheyenne Knox or somebody mentioned this about, or Rachel Hollis said something about your whole business is on Facebook. You've got to have it on paper or somewhere else too, because if that were to shut down, and that just hit me. I was like, whoa. She's so right. So I do save stuff on Facebook, but I also make sure I save it in my planner or on my Connect app somewhere. But it's been the Connect app mainly lately. It's just quicker and easier. And their scripts in there are amazing. I love them.
And so when you're doing the host a post, what you're doing, guys, is you don't even realize sometimes you're building a list. I don't know if you caught that with what Tracy said, but she's, having somebody host a post for them. People are commenting. Now, all of a sudden, these are new friends. She's going to interact with them that they're going to be in maybe for the next drawings or potential distributors. So it's important that we get out and we do these host a posts.
Well, let me show you something here. I'm going to turn my camera back on for a second.
Can you turn it on? Oh, there we go.
Okay. I don't know if I'll send this to you.
Okay.
But it is a sheet. Megan Carter is the one who gave me this, and it is gold. So I'm going to give her credit for this. It is a sheet that everybody that hosts a post, I put it there. And then everybody that comments gets marked in there. So if I see a DT or somebody that did a host a post getting a lot of comments on it, I'm going to message them. I'm going to be like, hey, you're really getting a lot of response on this. These could be your orders. Let me tell you about this business. Let's get you signed up. And these people will go under you. You would be amazing at this business. Mm-hmm. And you can get DTs that way. I can also tell who doesn't get comments and who is hosting for me all the time. And I will still let them host a post, but I won't focus on them. I want to get new people to host the post. I don't want the same ones doing it all the time. But this is a great sheet. I'll take a picture and send it to you to keep track of it all. And I didn't know about the sheet for months. I found it in one of her things probably 4 months ago. I'm like, that is freaking gold. And it has been a game changer since, because you can and it also, everybody you've got written there, those are your follow-ups on Fridays. Yeah. Just go there. You've got it on a sheet of paper.
And so it looks almost like a calendar. Is it just a calendar?
Yeah. It's like, let me see if I can hold it close enough. Whoop, where's my camera?
Okay, so it has lines in there. Okay, so it is something.
So it's got the host.
Yep. And you guys can
you could easily make this up.
Yep, you guys could make this right by yourself, like print something off, you know, I love this because some people are like, I don't have a printer. Draw it up yourself. Get just a piece of paper and draw. There's no excuses to not have a chart. I mean, it doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to be something that you can track and that you can follow up with. And I'm telling you what, I'm old school like that. Like, give me a piece of paper, let me write stuff down. It's something about having their names written down that things start to happen in your business. You know, I can do iPad and have the chart and stuff there, but I'm still love my paper.
I love what Lacey Bookman on here said. She said, you can make it for 50 cents with a spiral notebook. I was about to say, back in my day, we just called that lined paper.
Yes. Yes. It doesn't matter. I love that Tracy showing something out there, but you can make it tonight. Create your 30-day, your 29 days of February or whatever you want the rest of the month, but getting it written down and making sure you're doing the host to post. I think that's the thing that people don't realize. Asking 5 people isn't going to do anything. It's being consistent day in and day out, doing what she's doing. The beginning of the week, she's interacting. She's still going to be doing other things throughout the week, and not just that, but building on that, doing those giveaways, you know, and knowing that, okay, people have a host to post and building those customers up. And I think the more that you do, it's a numbers game, guys. The more that you can do, the more chances you have of success with the customers. Now, Tracy, when you're talking about this is what I love, is when you have that customer that's interested in a product, you don't just sell them on a product, you're selling them on multiple products, which leads to bigger volume, which we know volume is everything when you guys are promoting, especially right now with these bonuses. So just hearing some of those big volumes that you got in, this is just one person. Imagine if you had a couple people doing this on your team, how quickly double diamond can happen. So share why you think you're so good at really upselling. I already think I know, but I want to hear it from you. Why? It's the passion, but why do you think you're so good at it?
Well, because they were the 3 products originally that I used. So it never crossed my mind to just use just the one. Somebody asked me, well, what do you use? I'm like, everything they actually have, I have, and I use. But what I always ask people is, I always find out before I even tell them anything, how much are you wanting to lose and what are your eating habits like? And I'm going to guide them to what is going to work best for them. And TFX by itself, for a 20-year-old, maybe it's wanting to lose 10 to 20 pounds. Yeah, it's going to work. It's going to work for somebody that wants to lose 30 or 40, but I want my customers to get the best results. So the best results, I highly recommend the cleanse. And I'll tell them that. The cleanse is going to jumpstart you. Then you're going to do the TFX. Then you need the carb control for when you do have that donut or whatever. And I never start small. I start big. Tell them jumpstart at least the first month with that. Then we'll reevaluate it before the second month. And I sent you the message I send on Connect before their second shipment. I'm checking in with you. I even tell them the first month, you know, that's when your body's adjusting and stuff. So let's reevaluate it, see where you're at. And normally they'll keep getting the 3 products. I will at the end of my comment though say, or you can just start with the $36 TFX. And I had a lady message me today about, she's like, well, it's been a month and I've only lost a couple pounds. I'm like, again, let me explain to you the first month. And I said, did you do a cleanse yet? Did you order that cleanse? And she's like, no. And I said, I highly, again, recommend that cleanse, like I told you in the very beginning. And she's like, okay, let's do it. Let's just do all 3. You know, so if they don't do it the first month, they are going to do it the second month. And then you're going to get customers with results. They're going to be happy. They tell their friends. They keep ordering. That's what you want. You don't want to sell a product and walk away. So, I mean, that's just how I do it.
That is exactly, looking back at what I did. I asked the girl, what did you use? And I got the 3 products that she did. That worked for me. Yeah. And people ask, what are you using? And I would. That's, you know, we always think, you know, invest in yourself up front, guys. I know sometimes people feel like being a distributor, they don't have the money, but I'm telling you what, if you can invest, get some of your own personal results with 3-4 products, people are going to buy what you want or what you're using. And so now all of a sudden, when you are having them, you know, share a post for you or building, it's easy to talk about because you know you've got the results and to share with them, and, you know, adjust as needed. You may not need a cleanse every month, you know, but why not jumpstart it, see how you're doing. Maybe you went on vacation that month, so you do need another cleanse, you know, but I think it's all the same things. When you hear people that, you know, are doing well or they're getting the customers, they've used the product. That should be everybody's like, ding, 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 ding. Use the product. Be passionate about it. Share your life, not just it works, but people want to know. So getting online, doing some interaction posting, like we have everything that you need. And I love that she utilizes the Connect app. So that's something, you know, I would definitely get on if you haven't used Connect or you're brand new. What a great thing to do is decide, I'm going to start using this. And when they do have different things, or next month when you're pushing for a promotion, you can say, hey, we just got a new product. Have you tried Skinny Brew? Like there's going to be seasons in this that you're just going to feel, I can do this, and start messaging more people about it. And, you know, I just think, you know, on this whole host of posts, some people are like, it doesn't work. It does work still. If you're feeling like the post needs to be switched up, switch up the words. And so one of the questions that I did have on the host to post left that I think I haven't asked is, when you're having them host the post for you, are you having them tag you in the comments, or just letting you know that they put the post up?
Well, I tell them to let me know when they post it, and I'll go to it. Then that I was missing a lot that way. So a lot of times I tell them, tag me in the comments. Some still tag me in the post, but that's okay, because, you know, at least I shrunk that amount of tags down a little bit. But I just tell them to tag me in the comments, and then I will go and add a couple result pictures. Always mine. These are my personal results. I'm excited about this challenge because of my personal results. This is my sister's personal results. This is my friend Laura's results. And then they're like, wow, that's a real person. And if they say, like, we have a good group of girls in our team that all have tattoos, that all have result pictures where you cannot deny them. So if you get in a bind and somebody says that's not the same person, you call one of us, message us, and we will go to that post and personally share our result pictures for you and verify that we are real people. These are real products. These really work. So we do that a lot for our team. The cavalry comes in. So if you got tattoos, make sure you incorporate those in your before and after pictures. They're priceless.
And I love that, you guys. Don't be afraid to reach out to your team and have them help out in the posts for you. I think we think, oh gosh, we shouldn't be asking, but that's the way to grow. We all want to cheer each other on and help each other. And you know, you're going to get support from your team. And when you're going on, they're going to come back to you and help you out too when you need that. So I think that's another great tip that you just shared on making sure that people know that. So I think Joel got all of those amazing tips, host to post ideas, didn't you? In there?
And if you missed them, we will obviously post them on the YouTube channel in the description. So make sure you go back and check that out. And just so you guys know, we did something new with Tracy that we've never done before. We actually have this streaming live on YouTube right now, so we can get more people watching.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So Tracy, you're probably going to get a ton of feedback and
new friend requests.
But I just think, there's no set mold for success in this. And I love that sometimes people think, oh, I'm too old to do this business, or Gal, do you have to be a certain, background or whatever. And I love that we have some young ones that are crushing it. But when I saw Tracy, I was so excited because I thought people need to know she was busy too, guys. She was a nurse. And so there was no excuses for her. She just knew, I want this amount because I want to stay home with that grandbaby. When you have a why so deep down, you're willing to stay up a little bit later to figure out Connect app. You're willing to share a little bit more. You're willing to do those, to take that product consistently, because it can change not only your life, but Tracy's helping so many people get healthy because they're ordering more than just one product and maybe not taking it. So all of a sudden now they're invested and they're taking it. So we love all of your tips. I've been getting messages, particular from one of my distributors. Her name is Katrina. She'll probably reach out to you, but she's like, can we get Tracy on? And so, you know, it's like people kept speaking her name over me. And so when I ran into you at conference, I was like, this is it. She's got to be on. We're super proud of you for just being loud about it and sharing what you love. And that's what we do, right? We share, we use the products, we love it, we know that it works, and people can't deny that when you're so passionate about it. So any last minute, like, I need to share this tip, Tracy?
I am, my biggest tip to all my distributors as well is talk about it. I mean, talk about, like, I'll go to their wall and it's just product. No, people pay money to remove ads off of their YouTubes and stuff. They want to know you. They're going to buy you before they buy anything. And people are watching you. Just like that girl sharing that video of Megan's. Megan didn't know that. When I finally got a hold of her, she didn't know. And then why in the world did that distributor not message me back? She would have had a triple diamond under her. Well, she probably wouldn't, because Megan's the one that led me. But I mean, she didn't even message me back. I mean, that's crazy. But people are watching. People are paying attention. And the more you are in their face with it, the more you're on their mind. But be relatable. Don't try to be somebody else. Be yourself. People want to see you real. I've gotten on there and cried. I've gotten on there looking like a freaking mess, with the kitchen a mess. Been in the mud with cows. People want to see that you're real. So don't wait until you're glammed up. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see. They want to see that you're a real person. Talk about your story. If you're not making 5 figures a month right now, it's okay. You're working to, like my sister, when she started, I said, go to the supermarket, throw some steaks in your darn shopping cart, take a picture of it, and then take them back out if you have to. But you are working to where you can get those steaks and take them home to your kids. So talk about that and be real. And once you start doing that, people will relate to you and people will follow you. And it's a building thing. In months, 3 months time, those people watched you enough to trust you. They're going to come to you. And then they're just going to be messaging you.
That's gold right there for new distributors. Don't quit after a week, after 4 weeks, after 6 weeks, 8. You have to keep going, because you've got to be consistent for people to watch. And I share that all the time. Like, I see things pop up over and over and over, and then finally I'm like, okay, I need to try that. So I'm the same way. It needs to be seen over and over, and you just never know when that person is ready to do that.
Yeah, they say on average it takes a person 7 to 12 times of seeing something before they'll actually reach out to ask a question about it. So if you're just doing 1 post a week, it's going to take you 7 to 12 weeks to get somebody to actually contact you, even if it ever hit their page, if you even show up in their timeline. So that's why being persistent and consistent is the key to getting in front of people.
Yeah, I love that. I so appreciate you, Tracy. I just love having you on tonight. She looks like she's going to say something. Bring it.
Well, it's that Olive Garden commercial. It's my favorite thing to say is, I am not going to Olive Garden when I see that commercial. I'm not going to go when they show it 10 more times today or 10 more times tomorrow. Maybe on that 10th day that I see it, we are going to Olive Garden. Okay. That's exactly how this business works. But if Olive Garden didn't put their commercial up every day and it wasn't fresh on my mind every day and I didn't see it every day, I would forget about them. And then Jody Boucher shared something at a Try It event. She said, if you offered somebody a piece of gum and they said no, would you be like, oh my gosh, the world is over, and you never offer another piece of gum to somebody else? No, you move on and you just keep offering it. Yep. So don't give up, and you just got to keep building. It's like losing weight. Don't give up the first month. You got to keep trying it. It's coming. It's coming. I'm
Yeah.
proof of that.
Yeah, it is. And so I just wanted to say huge congratulations on an amazing year. I can't wait to see what 2020 brings for you and so many people. It's so exciting. But team, this is what a great Zoom to do really in the middle of the month so that we know that you can really help these new distributors start putting it out there, you know, building those lists, interacting with people, doing the host to post. If you don't know what host to post is, go back and find a video that shares about how host to post, or go to the person that sponsored you or your team page and say, what's a host to post? I need help. So don't be afraid to ask. But I appreciate you so much, everybody, for jumping on. Pam's Monday night Show Me the Money call is going to be awesome, all about building and utilizing social media. So what a great thing to follow up with if you want to go back, you know, and jump on Pam's. But again, these are recorded. So if you need to go back through anytime, rewatch, re-listen, then you can do that. But
guys, over here in the chat, just let Tracy know how awesome she was by
Yes.
giving her thumbs up.
give her a heart.
Thank you,
Yes,
hearts.
she deserves it.
She did awesome.
And if there's
Hey,
somebody,
I learned everything from you guys, because your guys assumed were what I was.
well, I'm glad to hear that you're learning and you grew from those, because you guys, we always need to know, are you getting something from these Zooms? Because I feel like sometimes, what more can I teach on or share about, or what can we have? So make sure you let people know that these Zooms matter and they help you a lot, even if it's one piece that you got from it. And then let us know if there's people that you know that are out there doing something that we need to know, that we want to bring them on and let them share their tips. So have an amazing, it looks like you're getting all kinds of love. We love this. We're going to get a picture before I forget. So Joel, get a picture. So Tracy, make sure, I think your screen's on. You got it to work. It was amazing. Everybody say cheese.
Smile.
All right, let me do a quick, you want to swipe it over? Ready?
Yep.
All the people. All right, guys, we will see you next Monday. Have an awesome week. Bye, guys.